Thursday morning, and it's 6 o'clock. And it's just about sunrise. I think it comes up about 5:30. There's not going to be many people around this morning because nobody's getting up at this time in the morning, hopefully. And I'm off to the beach because talking to somebody last night over dinner, and they were saying there's a turtle. They go and see a turtle. I went, oh yeah, there's lots of turtle excursions. And he said, no, in the bay, in the cove, down near the jetty. There's a turtle, comes every morning, and it's there until the first person goes in the water, and then it swims off. And he said, and you see it because it pops its head up every 15 minutes. And okay. Thing is, I don't know where the jetty is. I've not seen a jetty. I think it possibly means there is like a little cove down near the restaurant. So it's quite a nice morning. I'm off dashing down there, left Sue in with the alarm on, because today the weather has been forecast for rain in the afternoon, so we've decided to get up really early and get onto the pool, because what we've been doing is having really lazy mornings and going down to the breakfast and not getting to the pool till about 11 o'clock, and then it's been pouring it down for rain from 12 till 1. So we decided to try and make the most of the last couple of days and get some sun in, because not quite as tan as we normally would be, to be honest. We've had a bit of a non-starter some days with the weather. Sue's been feeling off a couple of days, so that's kept it in the room, and we need to catch up. So anyway, turtle hunting, that's what I'm on with this morning, so keep watching. Now, the other great thing, as I already mentioned, about getting up at this time in the morning, apart from the fact there's nobody around, which is something special to me. I just like the idea of that peace and tranquility, and a little bit of serenity before the old reggaeton beat starts, man, you know. So, I'd have to forgive me for that. That was a very bad Jamaican accent just popping out there. And, well, it is just nice to come down, and it's the seclusion, not having anybody around. And as I'll just flip around and let you have a look, it's the serenity of the water. Oh, a big cruise ship in the distance. You won't see that from here. I don't know if I can zoom in from there, so I'll have a look when we get back. But yeah, there's a really big cruise ship off the horizon. Wonder where he is going, because he's probably docking any time soon, unless it's a day at sea, of course. But look at the sky, look at the beautiful pinks, and set off against these greens. I feel a Bob Ross painting coming on. I'm going to go and grab my oils when I get back. It's a waste of time, you just can't capture this sort of colour. Well, the lovely pink skies reflected in the sea. Oh, look at that, and the very pale blue, and just the dark blue of the waves, almost black of the waves as they crash over. Oh, I wish you could see this like I'm seeing this. And this is one of the reasons why I like cruising, because do the same on a cruise. Get up at 6 in the morning, or even earlier. There's nobody on deck, you're there on your own, and you just look out to sea, and it's like a mill pond. There's no noise, there's no construction noise when you're 10 miles out to sea, and you just get these beautiful colours suddenly appear in the sky, and it reflects off the sea, and oh, heaven, absolute heaven. So anyway, back to today. Walking down the beach now, on his way to the little covey place. I'm hoping I've got the right place, because I don't actually know where it means, because I mean, this could be a cove. Is this a cove? Does it mean here? Because this would be perfect place for a turtle to appear. It's really shallow, and oh, well, you know what, there's lots of fish up this end as well. I wonder, does he mean this end? Because down at the other end there's no fish, and if there's no fish there's no food, is there? I don't know what turtles eat, so I don't know. Morning. Somebody's up. Amazing. So I'll tell you what, I'm just going to spend 2 minutes looking up here and see if I can spot a turtle in the water, because it's so shallow, should be able to see it. The thing is, he did say it was near the jetty, and while this is a cove, there isn't no jetty. And I'm just wondering now if I'm walking completely the wrong direction. So I'm going to have a quick peek in the water here, can't see anything, and turn around and go back the other way. Which, the other reason why I love this time of morning is, oh, it's a beautiful temperature. What is it? Maybe low 20s. Not sweaty at all. And I can guarantee the minute that sun just here comes up over those trees, I will have water running down my arms like I've turned a tap on, and sweat pouring from places that you didn't know you even sweat from. And you know, if you've been in these sort of climates, you know exactly what I mean. 96% humidity yesterday after the thunderstorm, it said 96%. I'm surprised you can sweat at all in that sort of weather. Can't see any turtles, so I'm going to walk the other way. Follow me. So last night we went to the what I thought was the restaurant that I've been waiting for, was the teppanyaki at the Mosquito restaurant, where they put on a bit of a show. You all sit around a big hot plate type thing, and they get a chef in, and he does this few tricks with his knives, or spatulas as they are, whirling them around a bit, and then he cooks you this dinner. And got most of it on film. I forgot to film a part of it where we were doing the fish course, but got a little bit of that. But I've got to say, oh my god, that was probably the best meal we've had all fortnight. It was absolutely delicious. I could have just stayed there and let him cook another one. They only do 3 sessions a night, and it isn't open every week, every day of every week, so it's very difficult to actually try to get some sunlight. When you're walking with the back to the sun, it doesn't help the camera at all. And no, so you can't go every night to the place, which is a shame, because after that meal last night I could easily go back every night. It was really good. So right, turtle hunt. And while I'm just thinking about it, we were talking about pools. As I said, the other reason for getting up and getting out on the pool before breakfast opens about at 9 o'clock in the Radizia restaurant is that you get the choice of where you want to sit on the pool. Now, don't get me wrong, apparently we're in September and the place is slack. It's a bit slow, a bit quiet, not deserted, but even so, by about 10-11 o'clock, all the choice places, the nice beds under the canopies and everything have already gone. but we know that we've already done this. If we get down here for 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we'll be right on the front of the pool under a nice canopy. So that's the other thing. Get up a little bit earlier, and there's lots of benefits. One, for me, the main one is cooler. So anyway, I'm going to save some film now, and then we'll go and see. Oh, see, this is a cove, but there's no jetty. Or is that a jetty? Have a look. Would you call that a jetty? I don't know. This fish, I can see fish in the water. I don't know, do turtles eat fish? Can't imagine they eat anything else. Oh, there's a wading type bird over there. Let me get my other camera out and get a picture of that for you. Now that's a good sign, because wading birds don't just wander around looking for food, do they? He knows there's fish in here. And if you look down right in front of me, you can see little tiny ripples. Good morning, how are you? Oh, I'm fine, thank you. And there's some people sat over there. I wonder why. Are they looking for the turtle? Oh. Are they just enjoying the view? I might. What do you think? Should I have a wander around that side? You're not going to see anything from this side because of the reflections. Let's go and have a quick walk. What does it matter? No problem. That wasn't even an attempt at a Jamaican accent. That sounded more Chinese. Anybody that knows me, I don't do accents. They normally come out sort of Irish stroke Indian, no matter who I'm doing, so. Get there, you can see straight to the bottom. What beautiful sea they have here. Ah, I'm going to have to take a photo of that. Just give me 1 second. Oh, well, that sun behind me is coming up. And it's not quite over the trees yet, but I think the temperature's already lifted about 5 degrees. And excuse me. I've not had a drink yet. The only trouble is, they really ought to get somebody open for coffee, you know, like 5-ish or so, because there's nowhere to grab a coffee as far as I can tell. Wow, look at that view. Hang on. Look at that, sunrise over the Caribbean. Isn't that just paradise? Now I think the chances of me actually seeing a turtle are pretty slim, because this is where I was heading, because boats, jetty, long type of stone thing that you could perhaps call a jetty, and there's another jetty, and that's a little tiny cove, isn't it? So I wonder, am I in the right place? Look at the sun bathing that. Now if you're going to get married, and I'll keep going on about marriages, must be just a fetish of mine, I don't know, but if you were going to get married here, I would want to do it now, at this moment in time. Look at that, the sun just coming up, the gazebo bathed in the warm, beautiful, pale orange rays of the sun as it creeps up over the horizon. Who wants to do it at midday when it's 45 degrees and you're cooking? Oh no, there it comes, look, over the top. It's going to get warm now. Now what I am going to do while I'm here is, oh, look at that. What's that? Pelican. Wow, that's impressive. He's going to get fed today. No, what I'm saying is, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to spray myself with some of this, because yesterday I got eaten alive down on the beach at 6 in the morning, and they've really had a feast. The first week we weren't affected at all by mosquitoes or insects or whatever they are. If you look at the video from 10 years ago, you'll see the very first day we got eaten alive. But as you can probably see, yesterday was my worst day. And I think it's because I went down on the beach without any protection, shall we say, and I suffered the consequences of that, I'm sure. So this morning I'm giving myself a quick spray. I don't know if it works, I don't know if it does anything, but what I do know is if you put nothing on at all, it's going to not be any better, is it? Ooh, I sprayed myself in the eye. Ugh. Oh well, no mosquito bites in the eye today anyway. Oh, God. Bad shot. Right. Going to conserve some battery until we actually see something in the water. Well, I am tempted. I've got tomorrow to have another go because apparently it comes every morning, same time every morning at sunrise, and it sits in the water and pops its head up every 15 minutes. So I'm going to stay here because this is the closest thing to a jetty I can think of, and if it's not, we'll try again tomorrow, which is our last day. This 2 weeks have just flown past. Not been the absolute best time. We got the hurricane come across south of the island on sort of weekend and then Monday. So we've had a few days of hit and miss weather and a bit rainy, but hey, not complaining, because what we didn't get was a full-blown hurricane, which is now landing itself in the middle of Orlando, making a mess up there. So actually we're sort of thinking ourselves pretty lucky. And ooh, now then, what was that, a rock, or is that something just popped its head up out of the water? I'm sure. I'm just going to keep looking. Sorry, got the sun behind me again, so it's not the ideal filming sort of conditions, but stay with me. If I can catch this turtle, I'll give you a quick glimpse. Don't know what sort of turtle it is. I'm no sort of marine specialist, but we'll keep looking. So yeah, we're back on Saturday, and when it's been nice, and when it's been raining, it's been just like home, but 40 degrees hotter. So I'm going to switch off for now, save my battery a little bit, and if I see anything, I'll let you know. I quite fancy actually having a dip in that. Look at that, just walking out into that lovely water. Now I might be wrong, probably wrong, because one of the things I do know that I'm normally wrong about most things is I think I've just seen something pop up around the boats. So I'm just wondering, when he said jetty, did he mean actually, you know, where the boats are? But I'm sure I've just seen something pop up next to the boat, so I'm just having a quick walk around this beautiful untouched beach this morning. I'll guarantee that water will be bathwater temperature already. Wait till the sun gets on it. It's sublime. Now, I'll take this beach over Skegness any day. Now, the other thing that I saw yesterday for the first time ever was a crab. And you go, well, that's not particularly surprising, is it? But it just comes strolling out of the water. It's a little tiny white crab. Came, you know, as I do, crabbing style, side walking out of the water, and just sat there on the beach looking at me. So I thought, I'll get a little bit closer and I'll try and get a good photo. And he just shot down a hole. And what I hadn't realised is in the beach there were loads of these like 1-inch diameter holes, and I'm guessing that there were loads of crabs living down there, and that's not something I'd seen before, and I didn't realise that's where they lived. So yeah, I'm keeping an eye out for them as well this morning. So I've just moved around to here, which is where I just saw something quite large bob up in the water. So we'll just hang around here a while and see if this is where they meant. I tell you, I'm desperate for a drink. Mouth is as dry as anything. What you wouldn't do now for a pina colada. Okay, well, I've stood there for 15 minutes and seen absolutely nothing. Oh, there's that. Where's it gone? There it is. Sorry about that. That was that big pelican that I would mention. I'm assuming it's a pelican, but it looked like a pelican. It's got, could be a heron. No, I don't think it's a heron. I think it's definitely a pelican. I'll Google it. But thought I'd just grab it because it's just flying past, and it's quite an immense bird. And so anyway, yeah, 15 minutes, stood there, seen nothing. So moving on to the next cove, which hasn't got a jetty, or has it? There's a little stone outcroppy thing. So let's have a look. This is the cove next to the Dolce Vita restaurant, so who knows, is this a sort of place that a turtle would come? You know, maybe he's got a bit of a passion for the Italian. Is this a place where he's going to bob his head up and down every 15 minutes to take a look around? I'm not sure. Do they like still water? Do they like rough water? Well, I'll have a slow walk past here and then we'll go to the last part, because Sue seemed to think when he said cove he meant the actual beach area, which again hasn't got a jetty, but I think that's more likely where you're going to see a turtle, so we'll have a slow walk around. It's a bit more pebbly, this cove, and it's actually roped off, so I think I'm not supposed to actually be walking across it. I don't know. I've snuck between the ropes. I think maybe when the tide's in, it's quite a rough. I was down here last night actually, and it's quite rough and a lot of waves splashing around, and it's probably not safe to go in at that point. But the tide is low. I think we're fairly safe. No sign of any bobbing turtles here. And I think if they were, it'd be being smashed around a bit, so I'm not confident this is the right place. We're heading off-piste for a second because you can't actually walk past the Dolce Vita restaurant along the beach, so I'm just having to take a detour around it and then coming back onto the beach now. So I thought it's a time for a very quick advert to say thanks for joining me again, and you're watching Robert and Sue's videos on our Robert and Sue video channel. The peace and tranquility, eh? And what's it called? Robert and Sue's video, oh, I can't remember. Just go onto YouTube and put in Robert and Sue or Rob and Sue, and I think it'll take you to some of our videos. People ask, why do you do it? Why do you make all these videos? Well, I've been doing it for about 10 years. I haven't been posting them on YouTube for 10 years, but I just found that actually putting them on YouTube was a good way of sharing it with everybody else. And when I say everybody else, I mean family and friends. It's just easier than, you know, carting all the video equipment around with me and showing them in their house. So just sort of took off from there, and I'm never ever going to be a YouTube influencer, am I? At the last look, my best video was one in Tenerife that got 13,000 views. Now for me, actually, I'm quite impressed with that. I didn't expect that. And I have got, at the last count, as of yesterday, because we went to Florida earlier in the year, and that has obviously generated a little bit of interest, because Florida always seems to. Disney, anything Disney, gets a few views. I watched one young lady called Victoria, Disney in Detail. Hi Victoria. She's always at Disney, but she wasn't there when we were there, which was a shame. And she, regularly gets hundreds of thousands of views for each of her video. I got over 200 on my one for the Galaxy's Edge in Disney, which I thought was actually quite reasonable. So yeah, I'm never going to be a YouTube star, am I? But because of that, I've got 99 subscribers. Wouldn't it be nice if we could make that 100? So, I'm just looking to see if the turtles are over there. I've walked past the point where I'm going back. And wouldn't that be something awesome if maybe you were to for some reason like this video and even maybe subscribe, and you could be the 100th person, and that would be fairly mind-blowing, because all then we've got to do is get a K on the end of that, turn it into 100,000. That's not really, out of the realms of possibility, is it? Now look, this is my last offering of the day. This is possibly what you could describe as a jetty. I mean, it's got a bit on the end where you can land a boat by the looks of it, and it's a tiny little cove. I can't get up to it. Oh, I can. Yes, I can. I'm going over there now. Ah, surely this has got to be it, hasn't it? Does this look like a jetty? Looks like a jetty to me. And this looks like a little cove. Oh, this could be a little cove. So I'm going to spend the next few minutes down here checking out the little cove. See if we can see the bobbing turtle head. I'm sure that's rude. It sounds rude to me. Now then, is this safe to walk on? Well, that definitely looks like a boat or two could land just there, although the water's fairly shallow. So let's stay here for a while and see what happens. Lots of wading birds out there. Not many people, oops, sorry, going too high. Not very many people down on the beach at the moment. Again, good reason to come. Beautiful, cool temperature at the moment. And the sea will be nice. Now, as I've said previously, this is the closest I've been. Just there, apparently around that corner, is the nudist beach. And I was tempted to go around and have a look and check it all out, but I thought, well, I'm just going to embarrass everybody, aren't I? They're going to go, oh my God, why is he here? He's such an Adonis, he's showing us all up, send him away. So, I haven't been. Maybe next time. So, we'll keep looking and see if we can see anything appearing. I mean, how can you possibly watch all this amount of water? Not like we're looking for a periscope or anything, is it? So I'll just keep looking. So, yeah, I was talking about my YouTube channel, wasn't I? And it's a sort of blatant advert. I didn't mean to, just slipped out. Sorry about that. And I remember the name, Robert and Sue's Video Diaries. The big problem is I keep changing the name, and it's gone from Robert and Sue to Rob and Sue to, I prefer Robert, so I'll change it back to Robert and Sue. And yeah, so if you search Robert and Sue or Rob and Sue or Robert and Sue's Video Diaries, you will find us, and you'll find 10 years worth of films on there. Not that they've been there for 10 years, I started putting them on a couple of months ago. I managed to, over the lockdown, get some gear together to download all my old VHS movies from when the kids were like tiny, only 2 or 3 years old, and I've started like editing them up and putting them on. Some of them you can't see because they're pretty personal, and the kids and other people haven't wanted the stuff sharing, but some of them I have, and some of them are really old holidays that we took. And I like taking videos, so I've just compiled hundreds and hundreds of hours of video and never done anything with it. So I thought, you know what, it's time to start sorting it out. So this last year I've been compiling all the videos together, and I think I'm up to 2012 now, which was ironically when we came here the first time in Jamaica. So if you go and look on the channel, you will see quite a few things. There's some new stuff as well. We do day trips and I do little reviews of places, so you'll find that all on there as well. The last one being we went on the ferry across the Mersey, which apparently is something that everybody has to do in their lifetime. It's a ferry, but it was good. We enjoyed it, and we saw Liverpool from a different angle. So yeah, it was a nice thing to do off the bucket list. And yeah, so if you go and have a look there, you might see a few things that intrigue you. Also, why I'm advertising, and this is my last advert, and then we're back to the turtle watch. I mean, actually, I am watching the sea. Don't think I'm just rambling on. I'm looking up and down for this turtle, just in case it appears somewhere. Yeah, you can also go to our website, which is robandsue.uk, where you'll see some other stuff where I do some of my writings and reviews from our holidays. There'll be one on this hotel in Jamaica appearing shortly. And finally, we're on Facebook as well, and we post regularly on the Facebook, Robert and Sue's Journeys and Journals, and you'll see all those links at the end of this video. So for now, I'm going to stop rambling, and we'll have another quick peek at the water. There's absolutely nothing happening. I think I've been sold a pub, or Thursday is Tommy the Turtle's day off and he ain't coming today, and that would be a damn shame because I've spent a good couple of hours looking for him. So let's go and have another quick peek and see if we can see him. I bet my life that he is, and now at this moment in time, poking his head out the water behind me. Proper pantomime style. As soon as I turn around, everybody's going to shout, "He's behind you!" But where else would you want to be at this time in the morning in Jamaica as your holiday comes to a close, but looking over this beautiful view? Well, the only better place to be would be actually in the water, but that's got to come after breakfast. I'm going to be quiet now and let you just watch the view. Now, if Tommy had any sort of ethics and morals and conscience, he would turn up now just to please an old man waiting for him to appear. Come on, Tommy, humour me. Where are you? And if they're like dolphins, or if you throw him a fish, he'll come out of the water and grab it. Well, nothing's happening, so I'm going to say thanks for joining me here in Jamaica on this beautiful morning, and hope that you'll pop back and look at one or two of the other videos. We've got one that's reviewing the sort of hotel in the room. We've got another one that's looking after the restaurant side of things, and there'll be a third one that is all about the pools and the pool bars and the beach in general. So until then, I'll say bye from me, bye from Sue, who is still snoring in bed. So I know it's called Rob and Sue's Video Channels, I don't know why. And I'll look forward to you joining me another time. And don't forget, you could be the 100th subscriber. You only have to just press that button. Okay, so see you soon. Bye. Well, that was a waste of time. Okay, back for breakfast. You can never beat a good breakfast when you've had an early morning turtle watch.